Hello, brothers and sisters in Christ. Today is Wednesday. You know what that means? New video. Okay, so I wasn't here at this particular video, or this particular interview time, I should say. But God told me this, and it is 100% true. Let us begin. There was an angel named Ashar. He was a cherubim. Notice I said the word was. That's not a mistake. He was an angel, and in the universe there are 4 sections, A, B, C, and D. He was in charge of a portion of section D. And section D is near the moon. So what he does in that section is that he guards it. He makes sure certain things and weather passes, goes on as it should be, blah, blah, blah. But Ashar wasn't there all the time. Because, angels, they switch positions and things like that. So, when Ashar time was done, he spent his time in heaven, in the throne room, praising God like all the other angels, singing beautiful songs and making beautiful melody. He was a beautiful angel. He looked Hispanic. Yes. He was a male. He had brown hair specking up like people do specks today, but that's his actual texture of his hair. He was buff. He wore long brown but beautiful, if you can imagine brown robes being beautiful. Brown but beautiful but bright robes and beautiful white sandals with a red belt. I know that may be like fashion, don't, but colors are different in the kingdom of heaven. So he also spent his time hanging with other angels, assignments, from God to, help humans, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh, keep in mind that when you see a buff angel, they're not really buff because God made them that way. They're buff because they work out. How do they work out? Men today, they have their sports and their exercise machines, dumbbells, whatever. But angels work out by bearing with humans. That's how they work out. And Ashar was he was a buff dude, but he wasn't that buff. I don't know how to explain it. Wait, let me see. Buff like a celebrity. I don't really watch TV, so I don't really recall. He was 2 levels lesser than the young Arnold Schwarzenegger. What else can I say? So, he was buff, sort of. Anyway, and one day, he was on Earth. He formed himself into a human. Angels to do that need to get permission from God, and they also get the power to do that from God. He needs to form himself on Earth to help this particular person. I can't tell you the situation of this person, but the person didn't know they were an angel. And that person's business is private. So, but the point here is Ashar, okay? So, he needs to turn himself into a human. So, he needs to knock on the door of his house and pretend he was a salesman for this person. I can't tell you any further because then I'll reveal what the issue was with this person. And I can't do that. So, he was supposed to do that. Now, he didn't. Why? Instead, he went to the mall. Where this person works, but he knew that person wasn't at the particular job site. And he went to the mall and he ate our food, and he walked around, and God got mad at him. God got really mad at him, and God said, how dare you disobey me? What are you doing here? Go do what I told you to do, etc., etc. Ashar went to do what God told him to do. After that, he didn't really reply, but he went to go do what God told him to do, and went to the person's house, knocked on the door, but he wasn't a salesman. He formed himself into a little boy. And the person opened the door, invited him in. She thought the little boy was lost. She fed him some food. He ate again. Now God was angry. He said to Ashar, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Do what I told you to do." The person came back. He or she said, "Want more food?" Ashar said, "Yes." He ate more food. Then God took Ashar and made a hole in the woman's yard, in the spirit realm, of course, because he was spirit, and put him in there, and the hole led to hellfire. And the woman looked all over for the boy, and she called the police, told him that she found the boy. They couldn't match him with anybody, and the police just left. But God took it out of her mind that he was even there. So she forgot the situation, like she wasn't worrying about him either. But I asked God, when did this happen? He said about 10 years ago. I was like, oh. And then I asked him, what was Asher's deal? I mean, heavenly food is so delicious. Why would he want to walk on the wall, eat American food, and eat food at her house, and whatever? And God said that Asher was just being rebellious, and he wanted to go his own way. And I said, I didn't really understand that, but then I don't really understand the devil's decisioning to try to overtake God's throne either. So that's an angel view. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.